All right, so first recorded session of the Quiet Year campaign. Um, I'm not gonna, reintroduce everybody because that would be weird. We're just recording. We're just recording this for ourselves, anyways. So, um,
No, this is gonna be a podcast.
Right?
People are gonna want to hear our shenanigans,
How
Jason.
sad would it be if this was actually televised and they see my dirty ass apartment? Like, who's that?
I was gonna say you don't want to even see my room right now.
No, we're not doing any panning here.
He's desperately fighting the podcast guy allegations.
He said the pipeline will not be affecting me.
No.
okay.
He's not going to continue.
Yeah,
I think he was just listening to us chat.
No,
I
you're
think
good.
he's getting
Keep
things
the
together.
keep the bant going.
The band?
bantering. Or what
The
did
banter.
text me?
We
All right.
can't get if we don't have some sort of, gravitas.
Gravitas.
I have
That's a good word.
I have so many open windows. Let me start up the map and Discord so you guys can see it.
Oh, I told them earlier that I got some new fidgets. I got a Nito, and it has like pink on the inside.
I have one. Wait. No, I have a suggestion for you because I played with it and it was amazing.
No, tell me.
I was gonna say, hold on, let me see if I can find. I have it in my. Oh my god, you guys have to fucking buy it if you can. But it is so fucking good. Can you see it? Yeah, there you go.
Is that a
It's like
puppet?
yes, but it's a game.
Oh my god!
Is it kind of like a whack-a-mole but with your fingers?
Yeah, it's like Bop It, but with your fingers.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so you hit there, you hit all of the buttons, and then you push the back, and it pushes air back up into it, so that way it reinflates, and it gives you a new pattern.
Oh, that's kind of cool. That sounds addicting.
Bro, tell me why my manager just texted me. Making sure you're okay from the storms. Just want to make sure our team is safe and accounted for. Are you texting everyone on your free fucking time to be like, did you die from a tornado?
I mean, I would say that's genuine concern from the manager. I mean, also, no offense, but if this person's gonna need to reschedule because some people are coming in tomorrow, that's terrible.
No, but that's probably really what's
No, that's like the corporate side of it. We need to know who is affected by this so that like we know who's coming in tomorrow.
Yeah, I was gonna say she has to be like literally not even freaking about the storm. She's like only thinking about, well, if this person's house gets hit by the storm, then they can't work for a week, and then who am I gonna replace? And that's so sad for her.
That is unfortunate.
Indeed.
I mean, it's unfortunate because we can't just see it as like just a genuine form of kindness. It's like, nah, what are you getting out of this? Why are you asking?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I need a. I can get to that. All right. Howdy, y'all.
Unionize my store.
Say again.
Unionize your store?
That's what I've been threatening to unionize my store.
Oh.
Yup, you gonna get your ass shut down, dude.
That's what I keep saying.
I was like, I mean, don't play about it, be about it. If you want to unionize, by all means, make it happen. But if you're just pretending, I would suggest not doing that because they do come down hard on things like that.
No,
You remember when they were giving all the anti-union jargon to the point that Starbucks had to actually be like called out for it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, where they were like, oh, if you feel like you're being treated unfairly, here's Lyra and here's BetterHelp or whatever the fuck it is.
It's like, that's not helpful, but go off.
No, yeah, I've been talking to one of my shifts who's like kind of like forwarding like the union stuff, and I'm like, I want to talk to you.
Yeah,
Let's do this. I'm so sick of corporate stuff. Anyways, go ahead, Jason.
No, you're good. You're good. Keep
You just got the map up, right?
Yeah, keep banting for a minute.
Oh, but it looks. Did you guys look at the map though? It looks really cool.
It looks really
Yeah.
good.
Is
I
that
can
where I'm gonna
see.
get?
Is that where they were? Wait, hold on. Is that where they were fighting?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Hang on, let me
It's
look
like
at what
an
y'all are looking at.
octagon.
That looks way more open than what I was imagining. I don't know why I thought we were underground.
Because I said it was built. Because I said it was like built into the ground. It doesn't look as deep, or it looks shallower than it is. That's
Yeah,
like,
we're like into the earth.
I was thinking
Can you
Coliseum.
sit down?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's at least like
Oh my god, you can
20
see where
feet
the
into
king
the
and
earth, I
queen would
think.
like give like the thumbs up or thumbs down.
Guys, do you want to see our final products? This is
Yeah.
little tacos that we made. Oh, it's falling.
Oh, nice. How's the pickled onions?
I haven't tried them yet.
They're really good.
Okay,
Is
cool.
it Hello Fresh or something?
They're doing something called Dinnerly. I didn't even hear about it until they told me about it.
We're trying to be better at eating and eating on a budget.
That checks
And
out.
it's $10 for each meal. For 2 people, it's $5 per person.
I mean, it definitely sounds a lot more affordable than what I'm doing.
Okay.
I brought you anyway.
Are you doing Hello Fresh then, Jazzy?
I'm actually doing Factor. I've been enjoying it, but like I would say Factor is definitely something when you're like, not to sound pretentious, but like literally when you're making a teacher's salary, because I swear I wouldn't have been able to afford it otherwise. Oh my gosh, it's like $100 like every week or every 2 weeks. I can't remember. But yeah.
But you know what? That
for
food's
all of
fucking good.
that money, it means the food is actually good and it's microwave, so like I don't have to cook any of it.
And also, it's probably cheaper than just going and getting groceries.
Well, shit, it's definitely a lot cheaper than like door dashing every day. So yeah, sadly, lesser of the two evils that I've been dealing with.
Exactly. That's exactly why I was like, we need to do something because we can't keep ordering food.
Yeah, it's like it's just not sustainable. And then at a certain point, it was like the food we're ordering, it doesn't even taste good anymore. It's like you're ordering like fast food, and it's like you're ordering fast food still, but now you paid the extra amount to deliver it to your place.
For it to be soggy and halfway cold.
Pretty much.
And your
Who
drink
wasn't
to be
liking that?
forgotten.
Oh, almost always.
Yeah.
All right, babe. If you need me to stop talking, sorry. Let us know when you need to stop vamping. I think we all keep thinking we're talking over you, but you look like you're still working on something here.
No, you guys are
Like,
you guys are perfectly fine. We can start now if you want, though.
Cool.
All right. So, let's see. Kai wasn't here last time. So who wants to recap last session?
I have the notes.
Okay, cool. What happened last session?
Basically, let's see. We found General Gregor in the fighting pit. He was killing scared innocent people. We found Wyatt in the cell. We were planning on just exploring, until fucking, Torment was dragged out of the little sand pits, and then we all did regrettable things and are now being pursued, pursued by Gregor.
I will let you know that Andromeda is not being pursued because Andromeda minded her black ass business.
And so did Lavender.
Yeah, I was about to say Lavender isn't in trouble either.
Yeah, Lavender
I'm just gonna clear this vision, but let it be known she was still helping from the shadows.
Yeah.
That.
Yes,
So-
both of you guys did excellent in combat. I think her spell immobilized him first, and then you kept him immobilized.
I stunned him, and then
Mhm.
I stabbed at his carotid artery,
Mm-hmm.
and fucking fine. It like healed up, And so he's definitely fucking cursed or something.
Thumbs off.
Yep.
That I
Cursed
also
soldier.
I grabbed a mystery pouch from his bag. I have not had a chance to look at it yet because of being exited, pursued by Gregor.
Oh yeah, and then didn't Ariamine disappear at some point? Oh yeah, no, Ariamine was like trying to protect. Wait,
So
did
that
my
was
brain stop?
no. That was near. That was near the start of. Actually, was that the end of the previous session?
It's the end of the previous session, so I saved those kids.
That's what it was.
Weird.
Yeah.
And then she. And then Ariamine reappeared in the getting pushed out of the or into the arena basically.
That was it? Gregor who the general guy was like, "You suck," and then that's why he got put into the fight pit because.
No.
Mm-hmm.
What?
You're forgetting
Say
a
again.
section of.
No.
When he came back and the general showed up, and then the guy that we liked, they shackled him.
No. He wasn't in the fighting pits. He's in a cell by the fighting pits.
Yeah.
No, weren't they bringing Wyatt out when we started to save them though?
No, so Wyatt is over here. He is this one.
Wait, now we have a map.
He is this one.
He's dead?
No, I just didn't have any living people to put as a placeholder.
Okay. I was like, that is a skeleton, my guy.
Correct. All right, so yep, that's pretty much everything that happened last session. It was a pretty long combat. You all did excellent though. You fucking trounced him. Oh yeah, and then the kids that Ariamine saved, they dropped off with Samuel, and they said something about or they were asking where their parents were. They said the last thing that they remembered before getting pushed out of the way was an angel flying above them.
Mm-hmm.
It's so sweet.
They said about a devil tiefling. Anyways.
Tieflings too, aren't they?
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they are.
They're all tieflings. So.
Yes, they are. And it's become my favorite thing. I've written a lot for this. All right.
Jason, if you kill them, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Oh,
Yeah, please, if you can refrain from killing children, please do.
I don't like killing children.
I'd be the first.
It's the fact that you're saying you don't like it, but you're gonna do it.
I never said that.
Kids and Jordy.
All right. Let's go ahead and get started though. So Kelsidon, we last saw Kelsidon in basically a plume of fire, and that's when he disappeared. We will be getting to that in a moment. For now, is a different flashback. Ariamine is flying above a tiefling family as they run for their lives. Fire and large debris rain down around them, and we pan up to see a massive boulder hurtling right towards them. With seconds to react and no more time at all to think, Torment dives forward, knocking the two children out of the way. The father and mother quickly cover Ariamine and brace for the impact. However, time slows as the boulder descends. And below the four tiefling, a column of fire erupts, engulfing each. As the dust clears, we see the tiefling are gone. And the boulder is melted through the middle.
Whoa.
The camera moves through the smoldering hole, and as the smoke clears, we see a glowing symbol, hazy at first, then coming into focus as we zoom in and see the full design. The sigil burning in the grass is of a 9-pointed star, with 3 triangular shapes in the center.
Oh no.
Then we fade to black.
Wait, what's that food?
There's 9.
After a moment, we come up on a fully stocked grand dining hall table. The table is a deep maroon and is filled with golden jewel encrusted dishes. As the camera zooms out from the table, we see all sorts of different foods spread down its length. At least 20 chairs sit at the table, each empty except for one at the corner of the head of the table. Slumped in the chair, hair covering most of her face, is Aryamine. As we see her, her eyes shoot open and she begins frantically moving and breathing heavily. She quickly jumps from the chair and rubbing her throat, she spins frantically, looking around, adrenaline still burning as her breathing levels out. The camera pans back away from Aryamine, and she begins to calm down as we start to getting a look at the rest of the room. The room is painted in almost pitch black color, and intricately detailed maroon wallpaper stretches up the wall starting from about halfway. The wallpaper is accented by golden crown trim depicting scenes of gruesome death. Portraits of various devils and demons fill the upper parts of the wall, and the lower is lined with bookcases of the same wood as the table. They're filled with massive tomes chained in iron. Several rattle violently against their chains. At the head of the table is a massive maroon velvet armchair framed in gold. A few feet behind the chair is a grand fireplace, though it sits dark. On the mantel are several framed, hand-drawn blueprints. Upon closer inspection, each is of a different model of firearm. Some look similar to yours, others wildly different. Above the mantel is a large portrait of a devil wearing long red robes. In the portrait, the devil is at least 60 feet tall. He wields a scepter in one hand and an orb in the other. At his feet, amass a gathering of people groveling and praising. Looking closer, you notice that there are limbs sticking out from under the giant devil's bare feet. Their owners crushed below. Next, you notice that there are several doors every few bookcases throughout the hall, and you quickly move to the closest one, trying the door handle. After trying a few and finding they're all locked, you get an idea to shoot it. Maybe shoot the lock. However, upon reaching down to your thigh holster, you find it empty. You find that you have to take a moment to catch your breath and cool off. You're burning up in here, Aryamine. I should mention that as part of Aryamine's infernal bloodline, you don't really experience heat the same way others do. Your body is hotter than anything else around you in your typical material plane biome. Even most volcanic areas are relatively fine for you. Few things in the material plane can burn as hot as hellfire. But here, in this place, you're sweating. What do you do?
So how big is this room?
It's about 50 feet by 50 feet.
Alright, so not very big.
Not super big, long enough, or big enough for the table, bookcases lining it, and the fireplace at the end.
I want to go look at the fireplace.
Inspecting the fireplace, you can't help but feel, or as you grow closer to it, you can't help but feel that portrait's eyes are just glued to you as you walk around the room. Looking up at the blueprints, you see one that matches your gun exactly. And in the bottom right corner, it says Grayson Smith.
What
and
did you
looking at the other blueprints that are on the mantle, only one other lists him as the author. It's the gun the gun that's shown in this blueprint is at least 4 times the size of the one that you have. Is
Hmm.
probably about 4 feet long and seems to be mostly barrel. You've never seen a firearm like this, and if he was working on it for some time, he never told you about it. Let's see here.
What's on the table?
The table itself is filled with jewel-encrusted dishes and food you don't even recognize. You might notice a couple, or you might spot a couple things that look similar to food you're used to, but for the majority of the table is full of things you don't recognize. And if you try to reach out and grab any of it, your hand passes right through.
Oh,
Um,
interesting.
so looking around near the fireplace, you see one frame on the wall that's not entirely like the others. This one is smaller, about the size of a book. The frame is just plain wood, and a glass pane sits inside, coated in dust. Brushing off the dust, you see that inside the frame is a photograph of your parents. Your mother holds you as a baby in her arms, and your father couldn't look happier. Your mother you don't think you ever saw them look this happy. Behind the photo is an alcove containing something wrapped in a bundle of cloth.
Well, I'm grabbing that.
Grabbing it and then unwrapping it, you find your dagger, the dancing devil. And moments after you unwrap it, a fire roars to life inside the grand fireplace. The flames climb, filling the 12-foot opening filling the 12-foot opening. You watch as a silhouette takes form in the flames. As the shape grows darker, you hear a woman's voice begin speaking. My lamb, you finally come. And from the fire outsteps a tiefling. She wears what looks like a sleeveless armored cuirass. On her breastplate, we see a symbol that's been painted on. It's of a 9-point star with 3 triangular shapes in the center. She also wears a tattered maroon hooded cloak. The rest of her outfit seems to be cobbled together pieces of mismatched armor. Her skin is a deep crimson red, and her dark amber eyes seem to glow. She has long, straight black hair, and protruding from her forehead are 2 dark horns that curve backward close to her crown. She spreads her arms wide, and a warm smile grows across her face, this face that you haven't seen since you were a girl. A rush of memories come to you as your mother stands before you, waiting for your embrace.
I'm gonna take a step back.
My lamb, you've grown so much. And she, as you take a step back, she steps forward.
You're dead.
Well, you would be correct there, but even in death, your father and I, we still have been allowed to serve Lord Asmodeus. We wait for you. We have been waiting for you.
For something that you never even told me about?
What are you talking about? come here, please. And she keeps trying. As you keep backing away, she's still trying to come closer to you.
I'm gonna keep stepping back. She's very unsettled by like her mom being full shape there.
And as she keeps talking, this feeling, she keeps trying to reconnect with you. She keeps talking like your mother, but as she does so, you start to notice something.
Mm-hmm.
Your mother never once called you lamb. Only ever are you me. What do you do? She's still, she is advancing on you still slowly.
Yeah, but this is a memory, right? Like, do I know how to use the gun?
This is a flashback. The last thing that you remember is pushing those two tiefling children out of the way and a boulder landing on top of you.
Okay.
This is before you've woken up in the arena.
Okay. So if she came from the fireplace, is there still a fire in there?
Yes, there is still a. It's shrunk a bit. It's not quite as big a fire anymore, but it's still there. Yes.
Okay. I want to go like stick my head in the fireplace and like look up to see if I can get out through the fireplace.
So if you make your way around the table to try to get or to like try and get around her to the fireplace, you get about 5 feet from it before you don't think you can go forward or go any closer. It is as hot as you have ever felt.
Okay. I don't want to talk to her. There's nothing like on the walls other than the blueprints.
Just other paintings of other paintings and portraits of other devils and demons. And as you keep trying to like dance your way around your mother, she eventually stops following you. And she says, "My lamb, what's wrong? It's been, I don't even know how many years it's been for you. Why? What are you doing?"
You are not my mother.
And
I can
she
see
she is still like she's still speaking as this leaves your mouth, and the moment you say mother, she stops cold turkey. She's almost in tears at this point, and it stops, and her face goes stone cold. And then she looks down at the ground and just starts laughing. And as she does so, her body begins tweaking out, and she starts tearing at her own flesh as she grows about 15 feet tall. And her skin, it used to be that lovely deep maroon, but now becomes a bright crimson as her facial features shift and skew, and she takes on the exact visage of the portrait up on the mantelpiece behind her. Standing before you, not as tall as he is in the portrait, is Lord Asmodeus. And as the final strips of your mother's body fall from him, the laughing becomes a deep, rich voice that sounds mixed with several others. Well done, little lamb. Aryatari never truly believed in me. It was a bad disguise, and you saw straight through it. I'm truly proud of you, my chosen. The devil towers over you at roughly 15 feet, and his appearance matches the one in the portrait perfectly. Lord of Nessus, Lord of the Nine Hells, the archdevil Asmodeus that your parents worshipped. His eyes burn with orange flame. Before speaking, he motions towards the chair you awoke in, and he sits down in the large chair at the head. But he's seemingly waiting for you to sit.
I'm not sitting. I will not be sitting down. I do not trust this man.
Do you say anything to him after he says, please sit?
I'm gonna give him a look like, try me.
He lifts a finger, points this direction, and you fly that direction. And he moves you back into the chair directly next to him, all the way around the table.
Ugh. Icky. Jason, this is icky.
And he picks up a fork and knife and begins cutting into something that's on the plate in front of him. It's about this time that you start feeling a little hungry, Aryamin. It truly is. And as he keeps talking, his voice kind of falls away from that multiple voices to just a single one, and he says, "It is truly wonderful to see you again, my chosen. After Lady Rima and her colleagues got to you, I feared the worst." And he takes a bite and takes several minutes of to chew. And you try to talk, but you cannot open your mouth. And he takes several minutes to chew, and then he puts both of his utensils down and scoots himself back from the table a little bit. Gets a sneer on his face like he didn't like the taste. They removed you from my sight. I thought you perished by their hand. But now the demigods are dead, and their magic fades. It is thanks to this and your growing proximity to the site of your... And he looks, or he kind of rolls his eyes for a sec, and he's looking for a word. The site of your torment. That I am finally able to see you again. Just in time, too, as we may now continue what was started the day you were born. And now he stops speaking and picks up his utensils again, moving the plate the plate he was working on to one side and pushing another or pulling another to him. You now find that you can speak.
I don't even know what I want to say. I'm gonna say, good luck getting me to do anything that you want.
I don't think you fully understand. You will be doing everything I want. And he snaps his fingers, and a contract, a scroll, unfurls beside him. And at the very bottom are 3 names signed in blood. Aryatari Selik, your mother, Zyamine Selik, your father, and the third signature is just a bloody thumbprint of a child's. Your soul already belongs to me, Torment.
I didn't know you stooped so low as contracts with children.
Oh, it was your own parents. You were
Yes,
dead.
our parents are the best caretakers, aren't they?
They seemed to do relatively fine for the first 6 years. Unfortunately, that bitch of a tree decided it was their time. Of course, she ruined my plans. But that was then, and this is now. Things have changed since then, anyways. And with that, he takes another bite.
Things can change all you want. That doesn't mean I'm gonna do what you want.
Well, unfortunately, my lamb, you don't have a choice. Because if you would like to renegotiate our contract, I'm going to need some good faith first. I will come to you again to discuss terms of your contract. However, for now, you have no choice but to accept these that I shall lay out before you. Of course, if you want to just forfeit your soul as well as your parents, by all means, you and them can drown for eternity in my river Styx. And I'll walk the material plane in your body. Seems perfectly sound to me if that's what you would prefer to do.
She's just gonna glare at him.
Well then, here is your first, and he, looking back down at the table, like any of the plates and dishes that were between you and him are gone. And he's pushing a sort of like a little bit of a lit or a little piece of paper towards you.
So sorry. Am I the only one hearing like every other word you're saying?
Yeah, I could read his lips though.
Yeah, it's like skipping.
Yeah.
I've been having mic problems for a while. Hang on.
I thought it was just me because the shitty Wi-Fi.
I was like, nah, I gotta ask about it because I'm right next
Yeah,
to
I was
you.
also checking.
Can barely hear him.
Is this better?
Yeah.
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 All right, so I just can't have my fan on.
Oh.
Oh well. And he pushes a small piece of paper towards you, and he says, "This is your first, but we can discuss that in a moment." And then he opens his hand, palm extended towards you, and the dancing devil lands lightly in his grip. It hovers from wherever you stashed it on your person and hovers over to him, landing in his hand. And a wide, sharp-toothed smile spreads across his face as he looks the blade over. Well, I'm glad to see you still have my gift. Tell me, did any of them ever tell you why you were allowed to have this?
You know as well as I do how little they told me.
Of course they didn't. Let me tell you the truth of it then. They simply could not keep it away from you. 2 months you were in that orphanage, and every night, my dancing devil, and he smiles to himself as he says it like it's an inside joke, would find its way back to you. Those fools who would throw all they could at it. The celestial might of Knight Commander Kholin, surpassed by that of Princess Eurydice, the otherworldly magic of Lady Jupiter, the druidic power of Lady Rima. While they would succeed from cleansing my will from the blade, they would never be able to truly remove my connection to you. Knight Commander Grayson was the only one able to alter my blade even in the slightest, and he only improved upon its design, forging something new to your world, but old to mine. Do you know of the Devil's Hour?
The Devil's Hour?
The Devil's Hour, or the Witching Hour, it's been called many names, occurs when the night is at its darkest, when the veil between is thin and the devil is at his strongest. At 3 a.m. each night, my influence would take hold of the blade, forcing it to seek you out. Upon its return, my influence would spread from it to you. Unfortunately, a small child can be easily restrained. However, that first night, by the time the staff realized anything were wrong, well, most of your wing had passed on. To the credit of that orphanage, they didn't re-involve the Heroes of Zion for some time. Not until Lady Rima discovered my blade was no longer contained within their vault. Within their vault. Is it still skipping?
A little bit.
Sometime later, I believe thanks to Lady Cassandra, they would find a way to block my influence, but never rid you of it completely. I have always been with you, Torment. In your quietest moments, when you are truly alone in this world, any time you think of your family. I have been and always shall be right beside you. Before I go, one last thing. A gift. And then he extends his other palm, and a small black velvet bag forms above it. He then motions towards you and the bag, as well as the dancing devil, float towards. I messed that up. Velvet bag forms above his hand. He then motions towards you, and the bag, as well as the dancing devil, float back to you. As he's been talking, he's float back to you. You will awake with the bag. I advise against opening it until you are clear of any danger. It will show you the truth of which I speak. Good luck, my chosen. And remember, you are important. Promotion is your destiny. And Asmodeus loves you. And as he's been talking, he's actually stood back up from the chair and walks back to the fireplace. As he starts the mantra you haven't heard since that night, he steps into the fire, turns, and disappears in a column of fire as he says the final line. Before you are left alone again, with your gun and that small black bag sitting on the table before you. However, as you reach out to grab one of them, you immediately feel faint, and the room starts spinning. You fight to try to keep your eyes open, and as you slip into unconsciousness, you hear his voice once more. Don't worry, my chosen. Should your conscience get in the way, know that one of the three will always be a monster in hiding. And as your vision starts going black, you look down at the table and see that piece of paper still there. On it is listed 3 names. Your first list: Lady Kira of the Council of Nine, General Gregor of Arcadia, and Steve. Should you want to renegotiate your
I'm
parents'
sorry, did you just say Steve?
should you want to renegotiate your parents' contract, one name must be crossed off this list before 6 days is up. You owe me a total of 9 for 9 hells. Good luck, my chosen. And then the world goes black once more, Aryameen. What feels like moments later, you're already waking up to the sound of steel clashing steel, fetting your bearings. You're on the floor of finding your bearings. You're on the floor of a cage. Your weapons rest on a side table just out of reach, and about 30 feet past that, sunlight filtering in through a closed portcullis. The sound of steel on steel and screaming coming from beyond, though the sound quickly stops. As you bring the rest of the, or as you as you focus the rest of the room, you see, or on the rest of the room, you see a large open room filled with several cages of varying sizes. Some contain all manner of beasts, some are empty, and others contain
Okay, it's
people.
getting worse. Yeah, we're missing a lot now. You want to try logging out and trying to log back in, babe? Because it, like, the
Hello, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Is it any better? Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi. Is this any better?
Yes.
Okay. I saw that guy. So
Was that what caused it? Was it doing the peace sign?
I think you're trying to figure it out.
what
Yeah,
feels
what happened? How did I do that?
I don't know. Oh,
Oh.
okay.
What?
I know sounds a trigger.
Maybe it's because you're in a different country.
so
I'm
what
pretty sure
feels
it definitely
like
doesn't do it here.
so what feels like moments later, you're already waking up to the sounds of. We already read that. Other, where did it start going wrong?
You said that I was in the cage and I couldn't reach my stuff, and then the fighting stopped.
So the sound of steel on steel coming from beyond, though it quickly turns to screaming and then stops. As you bring the rest of the room into focus, you see a large open room filled with several cages of varying sizes. Some contain all manner of beasts, some empty, and others contain people. Across from your cell, you see the two tiefling parents huddled together in the corner of their cell. You go to stand, but a pain like fire spreads from your back and your vision blurs. Once the pain has become tolerable, carefully you twist enough to see the source of your pain. Your left wing is bent at an odd angle. You try extending it and the pain flares back. Seconds later, you've recovered, but your cell door opens and this massive man squeezes through the opening. Your knee-jerk reaction thinks Asmodeus for just a moment. Then the man's fist connects with your eye, and we fade to black. And that is what happened when Aryamine disappeared.
Wait, what is it? Baby, you are on my notes. I'm so sorry. Let's see. No, you can see very well.
All right. So
There. Yes.
let's see here.
No, don't move that hard. Go ahead, lay down. It's okay. Wait, what was the one of the three is a monster? What was that? Did I miss something? No, it's the on the list. No, it's all three. Not the list. He said before that. He said something like the three nearest to you are all monsters. Right.
He said, in case your conscience gets in the way, at least one of the three on the list will be a monster.
Gotcha. I see. Understood. Thank you.
Um,
I guess I also have a question.
Yep.
Is there 3 people or is there 9 people on the list?
There are 3 names on the first list. When she completes or if she fails to kill any of them within 6 days, Asmodeus will claim her soul as well as he already has her parents. If she succeeds, she just gets, or he said some time will pass and you'll get another list. I realize I was cutting out a bit since. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Steve.
Well, Gregor's on the list, so that should
Yeah,
be
who the fuck is Steve?
Steve.
So Steve is on the list. General Gregor is on the list, and you also know that third name, Aryamine, Lady Kira of the 9.
Yeah, the baby that they took when I was a kid.
Correct, and was going to be sacrificed alongside you.
Mm-hmm.
So those are your first 3 names, Aryamine.
No, that's one thing. I have to kill one of them, but he's saying one of them is a bad person, but I have to figure out who that is and then kill. It's obviously Gregor.
It's 2 people are bad people. Well, there's one good.
Wait, no, Lady Kira is fine. We're pretty sure. We don't know. Jason? What's that face for?
This is my I'm never going to tell you which is which face.
Well, I want to kill Gregor at some point, so.
I like to believe that Steve's just going to be a recurring name. Like every time she lets Steve live on the next list.
He wants to fucking dead. Steve's the worst. Oh, that's really funny.
Alright, so, let's see here. So, I do have a flashback for Chalcedon as well, but we aren't going to get to that just yet. So, moving on with the campaign, Cal, I am inserting you into the session in a few minutes, and then we'll start your flashback at the end of session. Alright, so we left off with Takia, Torment, and Mars running scared for their lives from a flood of Arcadian soldiers. General Gregor, who they've pissed off, didn't really seem to do a whole lot of damage other than just piss him off. But you 3 have run back to the portcullis that Aryamine was kind of like thrown out of, as it's still open. The only one of the 4 portcullises that is open. And then Andromeda and Lavender, we left you guys melding back into just the sea of people that are now running and screaming. So you guys were able to get away in the chaos. So we are going to, for a little while, focus on Mars, Takia, and Torment.
Can I? You said so. We're running through a portcullis. Is there a lever or some sort of thing to make the portcullis close behind us?
Look at this smart one, guys. This one gets a bottle cap. It's literally fucking written in the opening line of this session that if you decide to look, there is a lever.
Fuck
Give
yeah!
give me a DC 15 strength or DC 14 dexterity check.
I am not gonna be helpful, but I can lend it. Sorry, I'm getting dice out. I don't trust the online dice anymore.
No, that's real.
They fucked me up.
I thought it was all in here.
No, those are your dice.
Oh.
You put them all in there.
Okay. Wait. Alright, I got. Okay, hang on. Here we go. What's the DC?
DC 15 strength, DC 14 dexterity.
Ooh, okay, so I rolled a 19.
All right, so either one works.
I'll do strength.
Got you. So as you guys run through the portcullis, Takia, you do manage to, or you do see the lever right there on the wall or just past the opening. And you rush, or you know, as you're running through the portcullis, you turn real quick to smash that lever, and it just like your you said you got a 19, right?
Yeah.
So you accidentally like snapped the lever entirely, but it does go down, and the portcullis falls right behind you guys. So it is going to. You have given yourself just a little bit of time. The portcullis itself, the openings in it are small enough that they aren't going to be able to like shoot you or do anything like that through it. So they do have a lot of guys. It's a heavy ass like iron portcullis, but they immediately start trying to lift it. With Gregor up front, it doesn't look like it's going to take them very long. So let's go ahead and transition. If you guys are looking at the map, let's go ahead and transition to the next map.
I'm
I have a feeling that Gregor is not. I have a feeling that he's being controlled.
No, I don't care.
You don't care that he's getting controlled? What if he's an innocent person with his body being manipulated like a puppet?
That puppet's doing some fucked up shit.
He's in control of it.
That puppet's fucking up, guys.
We don't know. He's clearly something because he didn't die when you beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, I know. He's something. He's cursed. Or fucking not human. Made a deal with the devil.
Apparently I made a deal with the devil, but I was named it.
He is evil to me until proven otherwise.
I would say
He is evil to me.
I would say a deal was made for you.
Yeah. That's
The only person that I'm gonna like try to talk to is Lunafreya because I talked to her at the thing and she didn't. Aslan's daughter. Because I talked to her at the thing and she didn't seem like she knew what was happening. So, anyway.
Alright. So, you guys are loaded on the map. You should be able to see it now.
I'm not sure.
Alright. And only one of you has vision, so I'm going to need
What? No?
Mars to... No. Only one of you...
Oh.
Only one of the tokens has vision, so I'm going to need Mars to fly around the map for a second.
Illuminate stuff for us.
Illuminate.
Yeah, you guys Jordy and Kai, you guys missed this, but there was a good bit of time before session where I was trying to get the fucking lighting figured out. Still didn't, apparently.
It's fine.
Oh, no, wait, there it was. Alright. So you guys are able to escape Gregor's immediate forces. Like I said, though, it's not going to take them long to try to get this thing open. Does anyone try to do? Can anyone try to slow them down?
What kind of, I don't think I can do shit.
Is there like a door behind us?
So as you guys rush through into here after the portcullis is slammed behind you, you do have a minute to kind of get your bearings in this larger room that you find yourselves in. It's a sort of just a massive like cavern for the most part. With what looks to be just full of cells. You see two hallways like split off in either direction. And Arya, mean this is exactly where you just were. So you three. So where do you guys? What do you guys try to do? So you have them trying to open the portcullis. You have them trying to open the portcullis. There are lit lanterns in here. There doesn't appear like you hear snoring from some of the monsters that are in here. You see several people in a couple of the cells sleeping.
Can I try? Sorry, go ahead.
Real quick, just last thing. Otherwise, it's dark and quiet in here.
Could I try waking up the people sleep? Are they? Can I tell from here if they're guards or if they're prisoners?
How do you know if they're cells? They're prisoners.
So Takia, you walk, or we'll say you go up to that this first set of cells right here, and ignoring the fact that they're all covered in blood because I didn't have any other pawns. You try. What do you try to? How do you try to wake them up?
It's like bars, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna like clang on the bars with like a staff.
No.
Nothing.
You're gonna wake up something else.
No response.
They're dead. Awesome. Are there anyone else?
I'm gonna start opening the cells.
Yeah, is there any?
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna open cells. I'm done
No.
people first.
You can give me a lockpicking check. If the first cell you try is locked.
Can I roll to see if I can catch her before she does anything?
What do I do for lockpicking?
That's gonna be sleight of hand. And Jupiter, Mars, if you want to try to stop this from happening, you can. It's gonna be a contested Actually, just let it be a contest. Oh my gosh, excuse me. A contested sleight of hand check. So, Gabby, yours is going to be trying to open the lock. Mars, you're trying to stop them from even getting to the lock. So,
people cells. You don't want to let the people free?
No, because we don't know what they did.
Well, I was in there. What did I do?
I don't know. I got a 14, by the way.
I also got
now.
What? Wait, you both got 14?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say, Mars, you do make it, or you do manage to make it to Aryamine. As she gets to the lock, puts in her lockpick kit, and you smash into her at full force, breaking her lockpick set off in the lock.
While this is happening, I'm gonna just scout out the rest of the room to see if there is an exit here.
I'm gonna look at her and be like, the kid's parents are in here.
We don't know what they did. How many times do I have to tell you?
I'm pretty sure 90% of these people are falsely imprisoned.
I'm not willing to take that He said
Why does this keep
am.
happening? Why does this
He
keep
said
happening?
monsters.
There we go. Okay.
And plus, I don't think we're all at full health to be fighting.
No, we're not.
Okay. So you smash into her and break the lockpick kit. What do you guys do? Or what are we doing from there?
Well, I'm picking up my kit to get fixed later.
I'm just like, is there an exit on the other side of the place? It's just totally a dungeon.
Takia, you start. Which hall do you want to go down first? So there's one going towards the right, and there's one going towards the left.
I'll do the left.
Left first?
Yeah.
Alright, so Takia, you start moving down, and we're going to actually take this in rounds, because they are still trying to open the portcullis.
Yeah.
So, 30 feet, you can get to about there, and it's pretty much, or as far as you can see in this hall, it's pretty much the same. It's people sleeping, other cells are empty, and it looks to go for a good distance before the hallway turns abruptly.
Oh. Can I make it to? Can I use my whole action? I also have 45 feet.
45 feet?
Yeah.
So with 45 feet, you get to. Let me actually measure this. I don't know how long or how big these.
Is there anyone that I recognize or anyone who's familiar?
It's you're Goliath, right? The Goliath had dark vision. They see in shades of gray, right?
Yes.
So you don't see anybody that you recognize. Looking around, you don't even see Aryamine. Looking around, you don't even see those tiefling parents anymore.
What did they do to them?
Oh no.
And if you spend any sort of time like trying to wake up any of these people, audibly, there is no response.
If someone's like, can I like reach through the bars? If someone's like foot, it just anyone. If foot is close, can I like grab the foot and be like, wait?
Hang out 1 sec. I want to hear what Jupiter has. We will we'll say you're doing that, but I want to hear what Jupiter has first, or Mars.
Go for it.
Okay. So I have a question. How much food do we have in our packs?
I think a standard adventuring kit starts off with 10 rations.
Yeah.
So between the three of you, 30.
Is it like jerky?
No, they're MREs.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that checks out.
They're magical MREs. They say Leroican on the front.
Magical memories.
So what I'm gonna do now, or what I want to do, is I'm gonna get an MRE going, and then I'm going to open the bag, and I'm going to waft the air of food in each cell.
One of the prisoners leaning or laying on flat on his stomach. He has his head draped like off the side, and he just immediately vomits. No, this doesn't. There's no reaction from any of them.
Okay, she's gonna start eating it then.
All right, and that's your entire turn.
Well, I'm also like, I feel like I would have. I'm gonna be definitely near Torment. Like, I'm not gonna leave her alone in case she has a backup like thing, like thingamajig. But yeah, I don't want to hurt anybody in here, so I don't really want to cast a spell or anything.
Yeah. So hang on 1 sec. So Takia, 45 feet of movement, that puts you right there. I did get that correct. But you can finishing out. Oh wait, you were trying to snag that guy's foot. Okay, so
Yeah.
Mars, you try opening that bag and nothing. But what else were you saying you wanted to do?
Oh, I wanted to be with Torment like the whole time because I don't trust her in case she has another like picking kit.
Okay. So Takia, you reach forward and through the bar and try to grab this guy's foot, and your hand passes right through. And you have disbelieved or as you have now disbelieved the illusion, every one of the people in these people and creatures in these cells disappears as you reach your hand through this guy's foot. You have disbelieved the illusion. There is not a single person in any of these cells.
Do we see this too, or just him?
Aryamine and Mars, you still see people and monsters in the cells.
I'm gonna yell out, "It's fucking fake!"
And the second you say that, they disappear from Aryamine and Mars's view.
Can I?
We gotta go. We have to fucking go. That was a trap.
You look. So, let's see.
Sorry.
Aryamine, you haven't had your turn yet this round. You guys have 2 rounds until they have the portcullis up enough for people to start squeezing through it.
I have a question. The cages. Is there like? Are they like all the way up to the ceiling, or is there space in between the ceiling and the top of the cages?
No, they are all the way up to the ceiling, and it's actually, you're slightly impressed because this is like 40 feet of, I'm sorry, not 40 feet, like 20 feet of space. I'm thinking of where or how far down we said the pit was.
Question. Can I use the rest of my action to use my second action to like do another movement and walk further down?
Yeah. So that would be with the second move action, that's 45 additional feet.
I have like one kind of probably dumb question. What is a portcullis?
It's like the old-fashioned like castle gates where they're like, "Close the portcullis," and it like comes.
Like the trap door or whatever thing.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
I have a question.
I was like, no one asked what it was. I was like, I guess everyone just knows what that is.
I have a question.
Yes.
I have a crowbar.
Nice crowbar.
Can I use said crowbar to wedge it in the gate so it can't be open? Like at the top?
To wedge it into the gate so that it can't be open. You can certainly try. Give me a strength check.
Oh boy.
You have to be Jason.
Because you're trying to stick a crowbar in some what I assume are just gears and pulleys.
Like I was thinking,
Can we see them?
The holes of the gears so it can't be turned.
Okay, yeah.
Not like
I'm trying to think. So like they're I'm trying to think of how this looks. So like they're actively like trying to lift the gate. So the gears, they'd be turning but not fast. So give me a sleight of hand instead. Give me another sleight of hand.
Okay, hold on.
See if you're able to slip the crowbar in there. Say again.
What does that?
It just means sleight hand add +3.
Can we see them through the gate?
That's not. But I have.
Yes, the you can see that the soldiers and stuff through the gate, but like I said earlier, the openings aren't big enough for like blades or arrows or anything to squeeze through. So.
Well, you know what? That's.
Do you see what it was?
Okay. It's a 12.
Plus?
Well, no, that's plus the 3.
No, plus your proficiency. 3
Wait.
plus. Oh wait, you don't have proficiency. Ooh, sorry, you don't have proficiency. Never mind. 12.
What was it?
It's 12.
12 total?
Yeah.
Retro. So with a 12, it takes a second, or it takes a minute of like trying to jam your crowbar into the correct spot, but you are able to jam it in there, and it keeps it keeps the portcullis from being able to be raised any farther. So you guys have stopped them from opening it. So we're out, or I'll take us out of combat rounds, and you guys can just explore this area. What's up, Jordy?
I wanted to hit them with poison spray.
You can still
You absolutely can. The poison spray will get through the openings on this portcullis. Absolutely.
Please don't poison us, though. Kill them.
No, I'm gonna point it through the gate.
Like, so excited.
So read off what poison spray. It's like, is it like what's the range on it? It's like a 15-foot cone, right?
I'm like, I have a boomerang.
The range is 10 feet.
And
10 feet?
That.
So you cast poison spray through the portcullis, and you hear it's poison spray, not acid splash, right?
Yeah, poison spray.
You hear a lot of just like gasping and like rasping for breath kind of deal through the gate, but otherwise you don't hear a whole lot.
Did I still roll for damage?
Yeah, go for it.
11?
11 total.
Mm-hmm.
With 11 total, you hear the guy that was the guy closest to this effect. You see him fall to the sand, and he's not moving anymore.
Yeah.
You killed him.
Okay.
Um.
I'm gonna go run to Vine down the hallway.
Gotcha.
I can't talk.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow. I'm following Takia. I'm gonna that way. Once the crowbar is in, I'm like, all right, fuck, we're going.
So you guys are following along, and you can. I'm going to reveal a lot more of the map because you guys would be able to see it going down this anyways.
Psychological torture.
I miss roll 20 for the sole fact that I was able to tell it what I wanted to reveal.
That's fair. Yeah.
Whereas in this one, I have to drag you guys around a map.
For 20 minutes.
But on the plus side, it means you don't get things revealed by accident, which has happened.
Fair.
So are there still people, or?
No. As you guys are making your way down the hallway, every cell is empty.
Cool.
Including the one where those two tiefling were, Arya mean. But what I will say is that occasionally there is a skeleton in one of the cells. Like every few cells, there's a skeleton.
Can we tell if they've been occupied recently?
It actually looks like these haven't been used in a long time, which is really odd since there's a war camp right above you. And you know they've been down here. But the cells look completely disused.
That's so weird.
And so you guys are making your way down this hall, and it eventually turns. But as you come up to the turn, there is just a section of wall that is completely solid, and a door that's a really thick, heavy iron door.
Okay.
But like I said, the hallway does turn and then turns again to the left and keeps going.
I mean, we have nowhere else.
Behind the iron door. Okay. Yeah. Can me and Mars and Torment, I guess, try to open it? Your strength is 0!
You try to open the...
Dearly.
You try to open the door?
Can I look around and see if there's any way to get the door up?
Well, if you try the handle of the door, it does just open.
Oh, neat.
Fantastic.
This one is not locked. And on the other side, as you guys step through, it immediately smells sterile, or as sterile as you can get in a medieval society.
Okay.
And so walking in, you see a desk on one side filled with various potions and different medicines. In the corner is a water basin, and on the other side of the room are 3 slabs, 2 of which do contain 2 dead bodies.
Oh my God.
And the third rests empty. At the feet of each of the slabs is what appears to be a diagram of the human body. And if you go flip through the pages, it is straight up just a textbook of what the human body, or how the human body operates.
Okay.
And flipping through, you see other races are also present in here, and these tomes appear to be hand drawn or handwritten.
Both of them?
All 3, yes.
Can I take one?
You grab one.
Yes.
All right.
Please.
Add this to your loot sheet. You found one of Professor Marvelow's Physiology of the Planes.
And you said there's a desk, right?
Yes,
Is it like
on the opposite side of where the slabs are, there's a desk full of various medical tools, and there are on the bookcases in the room various different medical journals. This appears to be a medical suite, if you will.
is there like a journal or like a diary or something that could be useful for information?
You don't really find any, strangely enough, on the desk, you don't find any writing materials. Just potions, a few scalpels. The potions that you do find, however,
I'm taking them.
of course, let me pull up my lit sheet.
Lit.
Yes. So you
Got
find they, unfortunately, all of them are the same. I lied. I'm looking at this list wrong. You find a few potions of varying different qualities. So you find a potion of one potion of vitality, 2 potions of invulnerability, 1 potion of clairvoyance, and the final potion on the desk is a potion of poison.
Ooh.
Which is interesting because usually potions and poisons are differentiated. They're different kinds of things.
Okay.
But you found a potion of poison.
Interesting.
You might want to get that looked at.
Beautiful.
And that's all that's present on her desk, or on their desk. But on the opposite of the bookcases is another heavy iron door.
Okay. I guess we're going through that.
Okay.
Do it.
Hang on one second. I've lost my mouse for some reason. What the fuck is it? Okay. It was somehow on the other screen. Okay. So you open this other door and step through, and it appears to just be a storage room. You see various different types of vegetables and all of that grand stuff. You guys can see this, right? It's been revealed.
Yeah.
I can't see it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you see various different sorts of crates of vegetables and just a lot of other storage stuff. If you start opening some crates, maybe spend a little bit of, or if you guys spend a little bit of time kind of going through what's available in here, it seems to just be, or it seems to majorly just be, tent supplies, different things for the camp, building materials, that sort of thing. You
Okay.
do find a couple items of interest. You find a peculiar looking stone just in a bowl on one of the crates.
Okay.
A necklace hanging out of there's a jewelry box about halfway back into the hall, and hanging out of it is a necklace of I'm trying to think if you guys would Mars, your mom was a witch, you've seen plenty of magical items. You recognize it as a necklace of fireballs.
Ooh.
That's fun.
I was
And
gonna ask, do I recognize this as any like particular ritual or anything?
no.
Okay.
And the last item of any significance you find in this room is a set of goggles. They radiate just ever so slightly of magic. Putting them on, or if one of you were to put them on, the room immediately becomes brighter.
Ooh. Okay.
We can't see.
I want the necklace and the goggles.
Okay. Go for it. Okay. How about we'll just collect the things. We'll split them up later.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right. So
Have them so we can do that. Okay. Okay.
How fresh are the
trying to
bodies?
grab that. They actually appear pretty fresh. They're not. You see the kid that those of you that saw the previous fight with Gregor. You see the kid that he cut down mercilessly has already been brought back here. Yes, Mars.
Can I walk up to one of them and touch them to see if they're real?
They're absolutely real.
Okay.
Congratulations, you've touched a corpse.
Probably not the first time she's touched a corpse.
Probably not. You're adventurers now. So yes, they are real. Otherwise, there doesn't appear to be a whole lot in this or in these two rooms.
Okay.
Okay. So going back into the hall, you see that it does continue past that corner.
Oh.
Wait, I'm confused.
Okay. So I'm basically grabbing anything that's interesting, and then I guess we keep going.
All right.
Dude, you gotta catch up to us.
Yeah, we gotta be quick.
All right, so you guys keep heading down this hall, and eventually you come to another door, but out past that is the chamber kind of opens up, you see, and leads into a much larger chamber farther down the corridor. But you have arrived at a third door. This one is actually wood. And the wall turns from that cell door, or from that cell style wall, into just a wooden door, or a wooden wall as well.
Okay.
Is it unlocked?
Trying this one, it is in fact locked.
This is why you don't break people's loot picks.
It's a wooden door.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can punch
Kick
right
it
through
down.
that.
Kick it.
You give it. You
Yeah.
try to kick it down. Give me a strength check, whichever one of you is kicking the door down.
Okay. Ooh, that's a 17 plus. Hang on. I think it's a 19. I think I have a +2 for strength. Yes. 19.
All right, so with a 19, you kick that door in. It flies off its hinges,
So excited.
and going through, you find another storage room.
Oh my god.
This one doesn't appear to have nearly as much as the previous one did, just more building supplies. However, in the far corner of the room, it takes you a second to notice, but you hear a slight shuffling of fabric.
Oh no.
And so moving farther back in among the different things being stored here, in the far corner, in one far corner, you see a ladder heading up. On the opposite wall of that is a large canvas sack that appears to be moving.
Wait, okay.
It's also in a cage.
How big is it?
The cage itself comes up roughly to your waist, but it is slightly long, or it's pretty long, so like about 5 feet long.
I look inside of it without opening the cage.
You're trying to look inside the bag, you said?
Yeah, I'm scared, but yeah.
You look inside the bag and just see a mound of black fur.
Oh, I'm letting it out.
Can I like tap it with my I want to like can I like come up to the front and like put my little hand out so it can sniff me? Jupiter is seething right now probably. Oh, wait, can I roll animal handling?
By all means.
But I want to take the bag off so we can see.
It's a 13. I want to make sure it's friendly first.
So, with a 13, you come round to where you think the head is. You hear a lot of from inside the cage as you approach the front of it and stick your hand down in front of a small little opening cut into the bag. And then you hear the.
I'm gonna bully a person. Okay, I'm gonna.
We should probably look
With a 13 animal check, you are able to deduce it's not an animal.
Thanks, Jason.
It's fur! I got excited! Okay.
Let this poor man out.
So the cage is locked.
Do you have more lockpicks?
Do I have more lockpicks, Jason?
So you only had a lockpick kit comes with two very specific tools, and both of yours are broken.
Okay, but technically it comes with a lot of little different things.
Right. So you could take 20 on it. Taking 20 means you take about 20 minutes of in-game time to try to work the lock. Yes, Mars?
So can I? Because I rolled. Oh, hold on. Rolled a what's 18 plus 4? A 22. A 22. I rolled a 22 in strength, and I kind of want to just go up to the lock and just squeeze it between my hands while staring at Torment.
Shades of, I believe. Oh man, was it Grayson or Colin on the ship when you guys
Grayson.
found the hatch? It was Grayson, right?
Yeah.
Shades of Grayson, you grip this lock in your full orc or half orc?
Half orc.
in your half-orc hand, and you just squeeze and keep squeezing the lock, and you feel the iron lock give under your hand as you wrench it free from its housing on the cage, and almost immediately the cage door is kicked open, as the sack continues moving, trying to get free.
I guess
Can I
we
jump on it?
grab him.
You undo the bag.
Yeah.
As you undo the bag and pull it down the person's body a little ways, you see the unmistakable face of your good friend, Kelsidon.
Oh.
Gagged and tied up, almost, or like his hands are bound and his feet are bound, and he is there.
I'm gonna take a second and just go. Nice.
And you see fire like spark between his fingertips, but it touches the whatever's binding his wrists, and it dissipates immediately.
Oh, we're keeping that rope. Absolutely. I'm gonna take the untie it, and I want to keep the rope because it's magic, and I think that'll be
It's
useful.
magic.
You're just collecting.
I am. There's lots of cool loot. It's very exciting.
So untying Kelsidon, you acquire 20 feet of fireproof hempen rope.
Ooh.
Yeah, there was a lot of excess rope in the cage.
Okay.
He's just so little.
It's gotta
just
be
a-
like a usable amount.
Yeah. Very nice. Okay.
So Kelsidon, here you are.
Hey.
Do I have any idea of what happened? I
You-
have no clue how to react to the
You have
situation.
no idea how you got here. You just woke up bound in this sack. The last thing you remember is, well, is it the last thing you remember? And then you get a rush of memories coming back to you as you see these events unfolding, like hours of events unfolding before your eyes, as these memories that aren't yours flood back into your head, and it takes you by surprise. You stop speaking in the middle of your sentence for a minute, but it still doesn't tell you how you ended up here. You suddenly have a lot of information about your friend Aryamin. And we will continue that at the end of session. For now, you look,
I'm not. He said you started it.
Kelsidon, you look up at Torment, and your eyes narrow slightly. For now, we'll leave it at that. But play suspiciously towards Torment. And that's all you get for now.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Cool. Can we? Do you know how to get out of here? Also,
No, and I take the rope from her.
no.
I don't trust you with this. No.
Right. Right. I still not gonna tie you up in your sleep. I just
Yeah, I don't trust you.
magical proof, and then we use Gregor and then decapitate him.
One.
Alright, it's a good plan. We need to find some magical dampening rope or cuffs or something. I think that is put that in the brain pan for next time. Let's focus.
Sorry. Say again what the plan was.
I thought it was magic dampening.
So I was gonna
I think it's just fire.
Gregor and then decapitate him because his magic won't let him regenerate if it is magic, and then if it's not, then we'll know that he's just fucking weird.
Heard.
Don't look at me like that.
I did say it's a good plan. However, I did say very specifically it's fireproof
It's
rope.
fine.
I know.
That's why I'm
Yeah.
keeping that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, we need to get some artificers.
Oh,
we need
okay,
to get
I
some magical proof stuff because I think that would be very useful. Anyways, is there a place to go further? Like, is there any other doors?
Yes, you can continue. So you can continue further down into the chamber that kind of opens up into a larger chamber. But before that happens,
Oh God.
Kelsidon, let's add you to the map now.
I have a question. This is Kelson. Do I smell something delicious? I'm starving. I heard someone had like an MRE or something. I don't know how long I was in there, but good God, I'm fucking starving. Can someone like hook me up? Like,
Well,
who
Mars
is it?
pulls out like the dessert of the MRE and is like all crumpled up, half eaten, and she slightly hands it over to you.
I owe you one seriously, and I just eat it, packaging and all.
Slowly toast it in your hands.
Yeah, like, oh my God, thank you.
Like, oh
I
my
eat
God.
it with
It's
like
like
the
the
wrapping.
nastiest
Like-
chocolate chip cookie you could possibly
Yeah.
think of.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Mm.
I'm seriously needing that. Thanks, bro.
Why isn't is the stream frozen right now?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can see your mouse moving.
Oh, you guys haven't been able to see shit.
Nope.
Nope.
No. Oh.
It's dumb.
You may want to tell me that when that happens.
Oh,
by the way.
we
We
didn't.
didn't even know.
Oh.
All right, there we go.
Oh.
So this is the storage room you found yourselves in. We added Kelson to the map.
Gorgeous.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand why you guys weren't understanding how I was describing this shit, because it's because you couldn't see it. Alright, so, what was I gonna say? Before you guys make your way back out into the corridor, the hatch at the top of that ladder opens.
Oh.
And I was hoping that Soph would be here by now, but we're going to cut to...
They're not coming anymore.
Oh, so it's not coming? Okay.
Sorry.
So then, no, that's totally fine. Coming down the ladder is... I can get that worked out with her later. Coming down the ladder is Andromeda.
Down. Hey, bitch.
What are you guys doing down here?
I was going to cut to Andromeda and Lavender and like have them play or have them role play how we got here, but Lavender ain't here. So.
I mean, that would be helpful so I can know where I came from and how I ended up down this ladder. However,
so you melded back into the crowd during the chaos that happened a little earlier, and you kind of just you attempted to go free Wyatt, like that was your next stop, like because you kind of assumed they were out of commission for a minute. But you know your party, you know they are capable and can handle themselves. So, Andromeda, you went to see if you could free or find, or free either Captain Wyatt or find Lavender as you lost her in the crowd. But then you found Wyatt, but then you realized you didn't have the key. he tells you that right beside the cages is the guardhouse, and you don't sneak past the guard, but you are able to talk your way or past a couple guards that were inside. And they told you that the key is down here somewhere. But as you begin descending the ladder, that hatch slams shut above you, and you hear the lock turn.
Yeah, I figured that's probably
You know what would be
what
pretty
happened.
helpful in this situation?
She said that so loud I couldn't hear her.
Yeah, I was gonna say it literally muted because you said it so loud. What would we be needing?
I would love those. Does anyone else have lockpicks?
Oh, lockpicks.
Lockpicks.
Those would be helpful now, wouldn't they?
Actually, I think Lavender might.
Well, that's still not helpful, unfortunately.
Hey, is the hatch wooden?
No, it is a metal hatch.
Of course it is.
Can we just...
What if Artie and me? Well, I don't think Kelsey would want to do that right now. Never mind.
Wait, but isn't it locked from the other side?
Correct.
Cool.
Okay, is there anything wood in here? Like a
you
wall or something?
You could try to. I mean, the ceiling above you, or the ceiling is about 20 feet above you, and made of stone. But I'm trying to think of what you could do. You could try, if you wanted to, you could try like pushing back on the hatch. I'd give you a strength, or I'd give someone a strength check if they wanted to try like pushing the hatch back open. Say it again.
We do it as a group.
I mean, it's a ladder.
Normally I'd volunteer, but this sounds like a tequila situation.
Okay.
Alive, right?
Yeah. Me or
I was like looking to see if I had any spells.
When Andromeda gets down the ladder, I'm gonna smack her shoulder lightly and be like, "You didn't fucking check if you were followed? Come on."
There's 16.
I was just understanding that I had the upper hand in this situation.
Well, clearly not. Now we're all chopped down here. Thanks for that, by the way.
Oh, okay. So everything that goes wrong in your fucking life is my fault. Got it.
Well, I mean, I did just wake up tired and gagged in the fucking room, and you weren't there, so kind of, yeah.
Okay, so what you just told me is that fuck shit happened to you, and I wasn't there. So, sounds like not my fucking fault.
My strength is 21.
Your strength is 21?
Yeah.
21?
With the 21. With the 21, you are able to get, or you, like, throw your shoulder up at it. Like, you really brace on this ladder, and you throw your shoulder up at it a few times, and you feel something give up above. But then it stops and doesn't go any further.
So there's a little gap?
There's a tiny gap, or there's a gap that's big enough for you to like stick your fingers through. But I would caution against that.
Can I? Because I have my staff.
Stick your finger in.
Have my staff.
Hold on.
Okay.
Pause for just a second. I have in part of my thieves kit a little mirror on a stick so I can see around corners. Can I use that to see what's going on?
Perfect. Yes. You just have to tell Takia to come down the ladder.
Come down the ladder.
Oh my god!
All right. So she comes down and you go up.
Climb on top of on my shoulders.
Yeah, I'll pick
Takes like 4 seconds because you guys can move 30 seconds in a round. That's not how that should work. Anyways, you get up to the top and you angle your mirror around, and sure fucking enough, the room is full of several guards.
I'm gonna pull it back in and be like, we're not going this way. There's no way.
Counterpoint.
Funny.
Room is full.
burst out. Guns
How
are
many are we talking?
Give me a perception check. Aryamin. Since you're the one that's up there looking out.
Look, I'm just thinking if we like explode out of here and then like Calcid lights a bunch
I
of
say
people on
21.
fire.
With a 21, you notice that Gregor is not among their number.
Right.
Mm.
Oh god.
Who's in the room?
The worst one is not there, so that means who knows where he is.
So I'd rather take my chances up there.
There
can
are at least 10 spears and shields leveled at the latch or at the hatch.
Hundred wooden.
I
10 iron banded shields.
question.
You're asking if everything's wooden. Nothing's gonna be wooden. Let me
I
fumble.
want to set something on fire.
Question. Listen.
Yeah.
Can I take the potion of invulnerability and just bust up there and do as much damage as
Don't
possible?
waste that. Don't waste that. Come
I
on.
have to.
So if you want, you can try to go back up. Remember, you were only able to get with a 21. You were able to bash it open a little bit.
Okay.
You can attempt to do so again.
Well, I was thinking, if I take my staff and like wedge it into the thing and then use it as a lever.
What's your staff made out of?
I don't know. Wood. Good wood.
We'll say ironwood.
Metal, yeah.
Ironwood's a legit. I don't know if it's a legit thing, but ironwood's a thing.
It is.
Ironwood.
It's
No. Ironwood made of metal.
It's what Rima was made out of.
Oh, that's right. Yes, please.
Rima couldn't burn.
It's fantasy wood that's like as hard and as like durable as like steel or something like that.
Okay.
So good wood. Good wood. Wood to.
Weak to slashing.
What are you going for here? You trying to open the door still?
Yeah, what are we doing here?
I have a potion of invulnerability, so if I just bust out.
Potion!
No, I have
I don't think we should waste that.
Stay in there until I clear it out and then come out and help me.
Take out 10 guys at once.
If I don't take damage, I can take out maybe 4, and then you guys can do your fucking jobs.
I don't think you're gonna take out any of us. You hear
What?
from you hear from back behind the shield wall. I don't think you're gonna take out any of us.
Oh my god, okay, it's fucking on! Oh. Can I try that?
He just did that on
I was gonna say,
purpose.
could Calciden maybe like blow up the latch?
So
Yeah,
you
let's
try.
just- Let me call
I
him.
was gonna say you're a bit like combustible, like
You try prying the latch or the hatch up with your staff, but give me another strength check.
Okay, that fell. It's a nat 20!
With a nat 20, you're prying and you're getting it up and you feel like it's about to give, and then the rung on the ladder that you're standing on gives out and you fall. I'll give you give me a DC 16 dex check to see if you can catch yourself, or you'll fall the full 20 feet and take that much damage.
Can I try and catch him?
You can try, absolutely. Give me a athletics for that one.
17 for dex.
17 for dex, so you are able to, you don't fall the entire way, you are able to catch yourself back on the ladder. So Mars, you're not needed to catch her, but you would have if she had fallen.
I appreciate it, love. I do.
I would have just let you fall.
I know!
But your staff, you let go of your staff to catch yourself on the ladder, and it falls to the floor. It doesn't shatter, but if you climb back down it doesn't. I'm sorry, it doesn't break or anything. But if you climb back down to investigate it, there is a newly formed crack running about halfway
I
down
thought
its
you
length.
said it was ironwood.
Does anyone have the
Are you telling me that if Rima had fallen down, she would have cracked? Oh, it's
It's a 20-foot drop onto stone.
Ironwood. Whatever. I think we should have told it to say it was ironwood and then having it crack. It's like. Okay.
I don't actually recall if we said that was ironwood or not. I remember.
You
No, hang on.
just said it.
No, hang on. The reason I'm saying this was because we've already broken a staff in this campaign. We fucked up Jupiter's staff in Reyesfeld, and
Right.
decided that you guys did not have ironwood.
So maybe Takia learned from Jupiter's mistake. Like, oh yeah, I heard she cracked the staff in Reyesfeld. I want something better than that.
Maybe it's a
I
special
want a
book.
fucking oak staff on ironwood staff.
Special book for Aurora.
That's exactly it. This staff was made from a branch of a tree that only grows local to the city of Aurora. And
God, you
it
taking
just
my
cracked.
home and my staff from me.
Oh yeah. Damn. I cast mend on the staff. You're fine.
Nice. The staff is perfectly fixed. Alright, so you're down at the bottom of the ladder again. You guys are in this room. What are you doing? Let me add Andromeda.
I'll blow up the hatch.
I was gonna say, are we gonna check the blow it up idea?
Can we
You
go?
don't want to go out that way?
Is there another way? Like, is there other stuff to look at?
So-
can we get
Back out this door that you guys have gone through. The chamber does open back up to a much larger chamber.
I'm sorry,
I'm
there's an open door in this room?
I'm showing you guys my DM screen. Let me show you the player screen.
It's gonna be all dark again. Cause
Probably.
Yeah, because you're not there's stuff you guys aren't supposed to see on my screen versus the screen I have specifically for you. Where's it at? Is it this
Okay,
one?
well, now that I feel that there's more to this chamber and you want us to explore, we gotta do that.
Got you.
I really want to fight.
It's not that.
you do.
You can
It's-
fight me. Let's go this way now. Come on.
Is it gonna?
I'm sure other things in the tunnel to fight.
Why can I only see myself in Discord now? Whatever, I don't care. Okay, so you guys are headed back into the tunnel?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so...
I
I'm
tell them
looking
one
at-
fuck you, I could have taken you guys through the hatch, and then I go.
Oh, you shout out, fuck you, I could have taken you?
Yeah. Or like, I can still take you.
If you want, you had, there was plenty of room to cast a spell through.
I can't cast spells. My only spell is punch.
Oh, well, then I don't know what to tell you.
I have spells.
I'm already walking out the door.
Yeah.
I'm asking Jupiter, like, you know what's going on, right? Because you're like the only smart one here. Not Jupiter, Mars.
I was gonna say, my name's not Jupiter.
Alright.
Andromeda's gonna have overheard that and just be like,
Yeah, and I said that loudly on purpose.
and just like shoot him a look like, we have fucking ears.
The screen's frozen again. What the fuck?
You get nothing, Jason. I'm so sorry.
I guess not. Okay, now it's fine. Oh, interesting. I have to be looking at this screen or it's not going to do it. Okay, that's good to know.
It looks so fancy.
All right, so you guys continue down the corridor, and the cavern opens up into a larger chamber. And in the center of said chamber, you see something that seems very out of place. In the center is a circle of statues all facing away from what appears to be a giant manhole cover.
A what?
A giant manhole cover.
Yeah, go jump tonight.
I'm gonna go look
No.
in the
It emanates a blue light coming from the water that's about 15 feet down in this well, if you will. But just as you guys approach and start to look at this, you hear something from behind you. Let me get him pulled up.
I told you.
So, you hear footsteps coming behind you. They're heavy, but if it was someone wearing armor, if it was Gregor, you'd hear that clinking coming. These footsteps are heavy, solid, and actually coming from over here. If you guys can see, you can't see them. Cool. I just can't show you guys things, I guess.
I cast dancing lights.
I was gonna say I can cast light.
Casting dancing lights in the room shows or reveals the creature that's stumbling around in the darkness.
Creature?
It appears to just be a man, but at least 13 feet tall. Massive, muscular build. Ariamine, it's the person that entered your cell and knocked your ass out.
What did you say?
Where's Jupiter when you need him to seduce someone?
He wears rough spun pants, but no shirt, and is just a hulking behemoth.
Big boy.
And as you cast dancing lights on him, he almost his head flicks to the side very quickly, almost as if his eyes are slightly unfocused. And it almost looks like he's listening.
Oh, is he blind?
Who's there?
Who the fuck are you?
Who are you? I'm supposed to be here. Who are you? You're not supposed to be here.
No, I asked you first. Who the fuck are you?
I asked you first! And he as soon as he zeroes in on where you are, Kelsidon,
I'm moving as far away from Calcidon.
Full charge forward. Full charge forward. Everybody roll initiative.
Did you catch that? Like, as soon as Calcidon started speaking, I move as far away from him as possible.
Understood.
Okay.
Andromeda stays somewhat near him, but definitely is on guard.
Let me get him on the. I don't actually have a pawn for him, so let me get a random one out. Hang on 1 second.
I will assume Andromeda's used to
It's Lavender.
been getting himself into trouble along with the rest of us. Lavender's here?
Huh?
Oh, I thought you said it's Lavender.
No, I thought about using Lavender's token, but that seems cruel. So instead, we're gonna use Razmataz.
Oh Lord. Yeah, I rolled initiative. I got a 2.
Let me write these down. Hang on 1 second.
This. I am no longer squishy, yet I get the worst initiatives.
I got 2.
If you
3.
Oh, sounds like you got better than me.
All right, so hang on 1 second. Andromeda, yours was 3.
No, mine was 2.
Yours was 2.
Yeah.
Mars was 3.
Yeah.
Kel?
Takia, 14.
13.
Takia is 14. Kelsidon is 13. And
Mine's
Ariamine.
all
Say again?
Mine is also 13.
Yours is also 13. Alright. So, he charges at you, Kelsidon. He is going to get his action first.
Can I see the guy? Can I see the boy?
Say again?
The boy? Is there a picture?
Oh no, I don't have a token for this part, so I'm just using
Ah.
I'm just using Razmataz. So you guys can fight Razmataz since I know most of you didn't like him.
No.
Alright, so Kelsidon, he charges directly at you, puts his shoulder down, and this give me an athletics or acrobatics DC 17 check.
Everybody?
Just Kelsidon.
Okay.
Actually, Andromeda, how close were you to it, Kelsidon?
About how far away I am and what I'm seeing.
Oh, okay. So just out of range, gotcha. Alright, Kelsidon, you're the only one that gets hit by this.
Yeah, I did make it.
What was it?
I did not make it.
Did not make it. So he puts his shoulder down and is charging at you, and this... You try to get out of the way, but he is just a fucking train as he slams into you, and you're going to take... Let me roll some of them magic click-clack dice. 17 points of damage, my friend. That's actually... That's low. So you take 17 points of damage, and you also get knocked back. He actually drives you all the way back to this cell or this steel wall back behind you, and slams you into it. But the rest of you, let's see here.
Do I get any sort of opportunity since he was close enough? Can I like
because of where you were, you don't get an opportunity attack. That's why I was asking. Takia, you are up first. We are in this is the top round of combat. He got his he got his surprise round off. So he is going to be at the bottom of the round now. All right, so Takia, you're up first. This guy's just like this guy who is very obviously blind. Has just slammed Kelsidon into the an iron wall back behind you. You're up.
Cool. Hang on, sorry. I'm just adding the things in. Okay. I'm going to basically cut around and get behind the guy and like jump up and try to hit him in the head with my staff.
Gotcha. So give me a attack roll. You're a Goliath. You're like I forget how tall you are. You're like 7 feet tall, right?
18. Yeah.
So with the reach of the staff, you wouldn't even need to jump. You'd be able to hit him in the head.
Okay, that's fair. For flavor, some extra like yeah.
Heard.
Okay. So that's 18 plus 5. So 20 for 23. Yeah, 23.
23 hit.
Yeah.
23 hits. All right. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. Wait, what is it? Is it this or this? One. Okay. 8.
8 damage, you said?
Yes, please.
Alright, so you see, it's kind of... You catch him in the side of the temple, and it definitely stuns him for a moment, but he kind of just shakes his head out of it. But you have more?
Yes, I have another attack, and then I'm going to do a flurry of blows. So that is 15 to hit.
15 does not hit.
15 does not hit?
No.
Okay. And then come back. My flurry of blows. I'm gonna try and take him out. Oh wait, no, I get advantage because I'm flanking.
So roll your
Right.
roll your to hit again for that second attack.
16.
16 still does not hit.
Awesome. Okay, so my flurry of blows is 24.
24 hits.
Okay, I'm gonna try and like duck down and like hit him at the knees to like make him fall over. So okay, let me do this. Okay, so that, and then my next attack is a natural 20.
All right. So with a nat 20, how many attacks? What are we doing here?
So it's 4 total attacks. So
Okay.
One hit, one missed, one hit did 6 damage, and then my last hit was a natural 20.
All right, and this one you're trying to trip his legs out, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to get him to fall over.
Gotcha. So you smack him in the temple for that 6 damage. Try to hit where I forget where that second attack was going. Miss with the second attack, but you are able to jam your staff down in between, like you get it behind one of his knees and in front of the other, and just yank back on your staff, and you are able to trip him up. Let's see. He's going to roll a Constitution check, and if he fails, he's going to release Kelsidon, who's currently grappled. Let's see.
Cool.
I thought you said just knocked back, not grappled.
He's got you pinned against the wall, so he's like, you can still act. He's just on top of you, and your back is to a wall. But he did fail the con check, so you're not grappled anymore. You are able to trip him up. And now he's prone. So he'll have to spend at least his first action next turn getting back up.
Okay.
Anything else from you, Takia?
Is this mean? It's mean. I'm gonna do it anyways. He is prone and also cannot take a reaction till his next turn.
Prone and can't take a reaction?
Yes.
Gotcha. So what we skipped something. This guy has attack of opportunity, and Takia, Takia has approached. So we skipped over that. Let me see if he gets that attack off. I'm not gonna, take any damage or anything away. That still happened.
Okay.
I just want to see if he can get some damage in. Does a 18 hit?
No, it does.
18 hits. So he's got Kelsidon like pinned against the wall with one hand, and he hears you coming. He's just got you like pressed against the wall. He's not like you're not grappled for the sake of grapple. It's flavor. So he's got you up against the wall, and he like hears Takia coming up behind him, and he smashes a fist backward. Like he braces, waits for you to get close enough, and then smashes a fist backwards, and it catches. An 18 hit, so it catches you like square in the chest, slightly knocks the wind out of you, but you are able to power through and still get those attacks off on him. So that's all good. And that's only 18 points of damage, so still on the low end.
Beautiful. Cool. Did you get the damage for my natural 20?
I did not.
Okay, let me roll. It is 6 points of damage. Is it doubled, or do I just roll twice?
6 points of damage. Is that what die are you rolling?
I'm rolling 1d6 plus 2.
So because you rolled a 6 on a 6, it's exploding dice, so you get to roll again, and the damage will be stacked. And I believe that is then doubled. I'm trying to remember what our critical rules were.
Okay, so that's 8 for the second roll.
Okay. What was the first one?
14 total.
Okay, 14 total, I guess. I think the first one was 6. Yeah, so 6 plus 8 plus 8?
8 plus 8 is 16.
Right, plus the 6.
All right. So 6 and 16. All right, and then that's 16. That's hang on, sorry. That is 16 doubled or 16 with the exploding dice.
That was 16. Yeah, that was the exploding dice.
All right. Cool. Anything else this turn, Skia?
Can I disengage?
Do you have disengage?
I do.
That's a rogue action.
It is. Also, me.
Oh, maybe it's not a class action anymore. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna disengage and kind of like go off a little bit, so that I can take healing potion on my next turn.
Gotcha. So, I'm trying to remember. In Pathfinder, it's called a 5-foot step. Like you take a 5-foot step backwards, like out of their attack range. Yeah. And that doesn't take any movement or anything. It's like a bonus action.
Okay, cool.
All right. Anything else, or are you done this turn?
No, that's all I got.
All right, Kelsonen, you're up next. He's on the floor in front of you now because the trip did happen.
Nice. Okay. Well, it kind of ruins the dramatics of my shit, but whatever. So as he drops Kelsonen, when he gets to tell it kind of drops to his knee, he's like, "What the fuck," you know? And I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray. He does not make a save. I just roll to see if I hit. You do math for me. 16, 16, 24 hit.
24 hits.
Sweet. So he's gonna like not get up in his business, but get close enough to where he can put both hands out and cast this spell, and you get 3 rays of fire that all do 2d6 points of fire damage. So that's 66 damage total. One's gonna come from one each hand, and one's gonna come out of his mouth. And he goes, "You motherfucker!" And he's going to take. It's not doing the math for me. 6 plus 2. Wait, come back. Oh, there it is. 21.5 damage.
21 fire.
Yes.
All right.
How's he look? Does he like that?
So you cast Scorching Ray at point blank range and just all 3 hit him in the back. We'll say he's face up. So all 3 just hit. Where are you aiming them? They hit where you want.
2 to the chest, 1 to the face.
2 to the chest, 1 to the face. So you cast Scorching Ray at point blank range, and the skin where these beams make contact is just scorched and black as this burnt as this ray dissipates. But he is still definitely dazed, but is still alive.
Okay. I'm going to also disengage because I don't want him to fucking touch me.
Disengage, left or right?
Ooh. Whichever way is towards Mars.
To the left. Awesome. All right. Anything else this turn? Kelson.
I'm gonna look at Andromeda and be like, "It's fucking ridiculous. Can you like do something about that next turn? Like, I'm like half health right now."
Just gonna be like, I'm fighting your battles for you, but I guess I can help you out.
All right, and Aryamine, you are up next.
Well, I only have one trick, so I'm gonna shoot him.
All right, give me some dice rolling.
Hold on 1 second.
Also, you get disadvantage because he's prone.
What is that? Why?
Because shooting at someone in prone is disadvantaged in by rules as written.
That's
Okay.
fast. If I'm in the air.
You won't be because your wing is currently broken.
What if he gets on the floor with him?
Yes, your wing is broken.
What if
I was part of the.
That was your so your wing being broken was your punishment for being directly under a boulder when it was landing.
Okay. Jason, you haven't answered my question. What if she like lays down on the floor too?
Can I?
It'd be even harder. Second disadvantage.
Okay.
I want to use one of my specials because when I use it's my Deadeye shot, and it says when you make a firearm attack against a creature, you can expend 1 grit point to gain advantage on the attack roll.
Awesome. So it's you said Deadeye, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that also negates cover entirely. So you don't even have disadvantage anymore. So straight up advantage on this attack.
Okay. Which that means I roll twice, right?
Yep.
And then I take the higher. Okay. Cool. Just gotta make sure that oh god, that was a 7. That was not good. I'll take it. It's not gonna hit. It's a 13.
Even with advantage, no, neither of those hit. So you take your Deadeye shots, and the first one ricochets off the stone floor and catches Takia right under the armpit. No, I'm not gonna make you accidentally shoot your friend.
So mean.
That is a possibility on a nat 1 with a firearm or bow, by the way.
Well, that makes more sense, but like, she didn't get a 1.
It was still a 7 for my lower one.
Yeah, so both shots just plain old miss. Anything else this turn, Aryamine?
I don't want to get close to him. No, I don't think so.
Gotcha. Let's see, Mars, you're up next. Then it'll be Aryamine I'm sorry, not Aryamine, Andromeda. I keep mixing you two up. Then it'll be Andromeda, and then my guy stands up.
Okay. I want to cast. Asha's Cosmic Brew.
Gotcha. Caustic Brew?
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
It's a stream of acid that emanates from you in a line of 30 feet long and 5 feet wide in a direction that you choose. Each creature in the line must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or be covered in acid for the spell's duration or until a creature uses its action to scrape or wash the acid off itself or another creature. The creature covered in the acid takes 2d4 acid damage at start of each turn.
Gotcha. All right. So go ahead and what am I rolling?
You have to hit a dex save of 15.
Well, with a 10 on the die and a -1 dex, he does not succeed.
Yeah. Alright, and then... Alright. So, for 2 of them, I rolled a 5 and a 2.
5 and a 2, you said?
Yeah.
All right. So you notice that with this acid that hits his body, you said 5 and 2, right?
Yeah.
All right. So with this acid, as it touches his body, it absolutely starts burning through him. A lot faster than you think it should. You've used the spell before, and you've used it on flesh before. He's burning up fast. So that's double damage. So 14 total. Anything else?
And then I guess... Let's see. Bonus action. Nah, I think I'm good.
All right. So we are at the bottom of the order. Andromeda, you are up next. He is still down. He is significantly more hurt than he was. Your turn.
Well, I'm going to. How close to me is he?
Let's see. From where you're standing, he is 10 feet away, going off of that going off that diagonal.
Then never mind. I was going to see if I could for once just try my rapier. I was like, maybe once we'll go without the bow. But with my longbow, I got a 21. Does that hit?
That was with disadvantage, yes?
Okay, how do I do disadvantage? I don't know what that means.
You just roll again and take the lower number.
Oh, thank you. So the lower number was still 21.
All right,
Or way better that time.
21 hits.
I got a 26 for the next roll, so I guess it was just...
Damn.
All right, so go ahead and roll your damage and tell me where that arrow's sinking.
Where did you shoot that acid at him?
Well, I'm assuming it kind of went from head to toe, so...
Yeah, he's got acid burns all over his body now.
Okay, well, I'm gonna aim for the head then, and he gets 9 points of damage.
Do we want to kill him?
I mean,
Aim for his hands. Aim for his hands. Like, blow his hands off.
his hands?
That way, that way, if we like bring him to the brink of death, he can't attack us because he won't have hands. But we can still get information.
Okay, I was gonna go for more like a knee or something like that. But yeah, I guess I'll aim. Can I aim for both of his hands at once? Is he for some reason blocking some part of him? Or is it holding something with 2 hands?
You can target one hand.
Okay, I'll target one hand.
All right.
9 points of damage.
So 9 points of damage to the hand. Arrow sinks straight in, and you pin it to the floor, basically. Anything else this turn?
I also wanted to give my team some bardic inspiration for the rest of the fight.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So advantage at their discretion, I believe, right?
Yeah.
And that
Can you sing "We Will Rock You" by Queen?
I was more going to be like, we're fighting in the land down under. Under the ground. I feel like I was surprised for now.
So you shoot this guy, pin his hand to the ground, and then start singing. What was it again?
Yeah, I'm gonna dance too. I'm gonna be like, we're fighting in the land down under. Yeah. You better take cover.
This is just gloating at this point as you guys torture this man. This blind man. Uh, um, blind man
He
that
attacked us first.
blind man that train wrecked one of you.
I'm just saying. He started it.
All right. So it's back to him. That was 9 points of damage, right?
Yep.
All right. He is.
How's he looking, by the way?
He's very bloody, but he is still alive. So he spends his first action pulling at his hand, or he tries to stand, but his hand is pinned to the ground. And he spends his first action ripping his hand free, and he basically leaves most of it behind as he spends his second action coming up to his feet. And he listens for a moment as everything's grown quiet again. And one of you takes a step back, kicking a pebble.
It's not me.
Let me roll a dice. Let me roll a die to decide which one of you makes the first noise.
Of course.
We all just roll stealth.
Yeah, I was gonna say, should we all just roll?
You know what? Yes, absolutely. Let's put it in your hands. Roll stealth.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that was bad,
I
guys.
got 16.
I'm grateful to keep advantage on that shit. No, that's much better.
So,
Oh my god. Thank God.
What were totals again?
I got a
16.
Okay, what?
Andromeda has 16.
Andromeda's 16. Kale?
No.
Hell's 19.
13?
19.
19. Okay. Takia?
I got a 17.
17. Kelson? Or, Mars?
21?
21. And, you mean?
13.
13. Alright. So, almost at the same time, Aryamin, Andromeda, and Takia, you all accidentally make noise in various different ways. And it takes a second. The three of you failed the stealth check. He rolled higher than you did.
Got it.
So you almost at the same time, you three make a noise in varying or in your different spots, and he looks between each very quickly, and you hear a gurgled, like his face is all fucked up now, and like he's missing part of his lip, and you hear a gurgled, "I hear you," and he charges at Andromeda.
Of course.
Yoda?
Um,
Master Yoda?
what?
Master Yoda?
Size matter not. Hmm.
That's pretty good.
When 900 years old you reach, as good you will look. I should introduce the Yoda character. Anyways, he charges at Andromeda. Go ahead and give me a. I am trying to remember what they were. DC 15 strength check or DC 14 dexterity check.
What does the 15 and 14 mean?
One is easier than the other.
What?
So you can roll. You could roll strength. And if you roll higher than 15 on strength, you pass. Or you could roll dexterity. If you roll higher than 14, you pass.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. I got 17 for strength.
17 for strength. So you are able to throw yourself out of the way at the last moment as this
Wait, can I have lifted myself up by my wings?
Exactly. So you dive to the side and your wings furl out as you catch yourself midair and you twist back your attack of opportunity aimed at his back. Loosing that arrow, it sinks into the back of his skull and he falls to his knees before collapsing on the ground.
That's right, bitch.
I lost the draw. I got a cool ending, so I'm here for it.
And you guys all, we are out of initiative. You all catch your breath as this behemoth slams to the ground.
Andromeda takes this opportunity to go punch Keller in the shoulder and go, fucking save Jace!
I just know you fucking attack me. Literally all you say one.
That's what gives you a fucking, you talk too much. Just keep your mouth shut for once. God damn.
Coming from the princess who got an award for how fucking much she talks, I want to hear
Oh, but somebody didn't get their ass slammed into that, didn't they?
Yeah, well, shut the fuck up, actually.
So while these two are bickering, what are the other three of you doing? I want to hear what everyone's doing before I say what happens next.
Body. Oh, he's fully dead.
He is fully dead. We're out of initiative. Those two are doing.
I'm losing his body. I'm downing a health potion.
I need one.
So recall, if you remember, health potions are just standard in our game. It's 4d8 plus your spell casting, I think.
Spellcasting.
Yeah, I want
surprisingly took no damage during this fight.
I want your health potions to actually like mean something in this game. Yeah, because otherwise, or because like rules as written, they suck.
Spellcasting.
What if I don't have spellcasting?
If you don't have any spellcasting, it's just the what did I say, 68 or 48?
Okay.
48 is a lot of health back for a bunch of level 6s.
Hey Jason, this dog is whining at me. I think she needs to go out.
You should put her out.
Well, I was going to, asshole. I was just making sure you knew I was leaving.
Oh, you meant take her out. I thought you meant out of the room.
No, I meant she needs to go downstairs.
Remember, I'm a multi-track mind right now. Heard. You want to? Let's take care of that real quick, and then we can come back. And I have one more scene to finish up session before going into what happened with Kelsidon.
Yeah, I guess we loot the body and I will look into the manhole.
So going through his pockets, like I said, he's not wearing a shirt or anything. He's just wearing rough spun trousers, and has nothing else on his person. What else did you say you were doing?
Oh, quick question. I want to dissect him. I just want to I want to see if he is also one of those weird, creepy, like Similcrions.
Oh, the guys you fought in the
Yeah.
forest.
I guess before I cut him open, it just is his looking at him, his skin, if you just what's up with him.
So he is, he's severely burned and fucked up now. But for the most part, he looked completely he was 13 feet tall. He looked normal for a 13-foot tall human. That's absolutely yoked.
He was.
Yes, but as you're all Andromeda and Kelsidon, you two are still talking amongst yourselves. Ariamine and Takia, you're inspecting this fountain thing you guys have found here, as well as the behemoth you've dropped. Mars, what are you up to?
I feel like I'm just kind of like observing the room and just like I'm on edge because I don't think that this is over.
Give me a
And so
perception
like
check.
I'm just okay.
Oh god.
And Takia and Ariamine, you can also roll this.
Okay. I'm rolling so shitty today.
I got a 10.
I also got a 10.
I got a 17 plus, I think, too, but 17 plus perception.
Got you.
20 total.
High enough. Got you. So let me go use a slight restroom break while we wait for Jazzy, and I will reveal what you guys see when we return.
Gorgeous.
Boy.
So we need to be right back.
Guys, enough. Is that a pillow? It's bony. You have pillows I can throw them. Oh. No. They're too hard.
Maybe.
Some fans claiming that he's facing caffeine withdrawal symptoms.
Okay. Jazzy is also back, but she'll be on in just a minute. Oh. Whew.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get something to drink.
Got you. Quick question. Anyone have anyone blah 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 blah. Anyone have anything they need to be up early for?
Like to see
I forgot this doesn't. Okay, never mind. I forgot we weren't all on the same time schedule for a second.
We're gonna go by like 7. So another like 30 minutes.
Got you. I can finish this out in 30 minutes.
Okay.
I forgot the king putty, but it's honey bees in it. I thought it was super cute.
Sorry, baby, you cut it out. What was it?
I said I found some thinking putty that had it's like themed like honeybees.
Mm.
Yeah, that's really cute looking.
So you found a jar of bees?
That's exactly what I found.
Are we all back?
Give us 2 seconds. I have to put the laundry.
Got my bookies on you, sir.
I think I fixed it, but I was sticking out. I bent it back and pulled it inside so it won't come out again.
Okay.
She'll be right back.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Let me remove Razzmatazz from the map.
Yes, no one wants to look it up.
Disgusting visage.
What's wrong with Razzmatazz?
You know you're gonna like him more, didn't you?
I really thought you were gonna like me more. Yeah.
Really, with that voice? You think we're gonna like you with that voice?
Can I hold the baby?
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're right in my ears, bro.
Terrible.
I think he's the best character I've ever not come up with. Nice ones, Jordy.
Thanks.
Is that where they're coming from? I'm like, where is this coming from?
That would be my big fat ass.
Out of curiosity, how does this sound? No, I meant the fan.
Oh, I can hear you.
I can't hear anything.
Okay, cool. So I could have had my fan on this entire time.
Is that why you were there sweating?
Yeah, I turned it off because it was causing feedback earlier.
You were cut out, I think.
You were just cutting out. That was more the issue.
So noise reduction doesn't like constant sounds. So it's filtering out the sound of the fan and also every other word I say.
Mm.
Alright, we're good.
Alright. So, let's see here. I think it was Takia was the only one that made it?
Yeah.
Takia, with your perception check, The other two don't see this.
Cool.
But because you specifically are examining the body of this monster or this behemoth you've just killed,
Yes.
you see it first. From down below the acid burns and the multiple holes that are now in this thing,
Okay.
you see movement. And you looking closer, you see a lot of movement under his skin. And as you watch as what look like fungal plates start sprouting from these different holes you've put in this behemoth, and or branch-like appendages begin pushing their way out of its skin as it begins convulsing on the floor. You all near it back up as you all now see it shakily rise to its feet as it's lifted up by multiple different trunk-like tendrils sticking out, or that have grown out of its back, and it grows even larger as its body is morphed into something else. And Takia, you are terrified.
I can't score you. Mm-mm.
Hang on. Takia, you are terrified as you watch corruption take hold on this person, except it's different from the corruption you've seen in Aurora. It's similar enough that you know exactly what this is, but he is changing differently than ones you've seen before. And as this monstrosity stands up to its full 16 feet, it rears back and lets its head lolls slightly backwards, and its jaw falls open as it lets out a ridiculous roar, and you see fungal spores emerge from its mouth as this is happening. And it stops for a moment, still looking around, not focused on anything, as it's listening.
Oh, God.
So,
Don't do it. Don't do it.
As Takia, so since it is so much like the corruption, do I know any way to like stop it?
You know divine energy is typically pretty good against corruption, but you don't have a lot of that right now.
I don't have the juice. Yeah, I got the juice in me right now.
Because I don't have my thing, right?
Your key is probably the you would know from dealing with corruption before. Your key is probably the closest you have, or the most effective weapon you have against this sort of thing.
Okay. Yes, I'm gonna do it.
And as it go ahead.
No, sorry. Go ahead. I'm still thinking.
Well, you will say you, without thinking, take a step, and where it didn't hear you before, it zones in perfectly on you now. And it lets out another loud roar as these spores fly out of its mouth towards the group of you in a 15-foot wide cone.
Over my mouth.
Say again?
Knowing, bring something over my mouth, knowing that like that's what it is.
Yes, I'll allow that. And Kelsidon, I'll give you one action.
I want to cast Hellish Rebuke. My class.
Hellish Rebuke. Remind me what that does.
Point your finger at a creature that damaged you, or... Oh, no, shoot, that one. Okay, you did damage me, actually, so I can't cast this one. Momentarily surrounded by Hellish Flames, creature must take a death saving throw, takes 2d10 fire damage, and a build save or half much on successful one.
You said that was a dex saving throw?
Yeah. And using a spell slot 7 or more, higher damage reduces by 1d10 when you cast this spell, so it takes 3d10 points of damage.
Got you. Alright, so does I'm assuming not, does a 14 make it? So he fails.
3d10. Please hold on, please, Jesus Lord. Decent, 18.
18 within 18 damage. So
circle of flames. I don't want the forest to come through it.
I got you. So this wall of flames, or this circle of flames, spring up. Ariamine, you immediately know it's hellfire. This ring of hellfire springs up around this guy, blocking the cone of spores coming at you. You're absolutely correct. They burn up when they hit the wall. But this thing stops its spore spray and charges at Takia again, not even caring about the hellfire surrounding it as it barrels through. It is just about to hit when this flash of silver smashes into the creature. You're not entirely sure what you're looking at yet as this thing is collided into mid-air. As this 8-foot solid shaft of silver basically smashes into this creature, knocking it back into one of the chamber walls and breaking through into an adjoining chamber. And from the wreckage of the wall stands a man in full plate, and you recognize General Gregor as he stands from the rubble. You hear the monster roar again from wherever it is, wherever it's been knocked back to, and he stands there looking towards it momentarily before looking back to all of you and saying, "Run." And then he disappears after the creature, and that is where we are ending.
Out of curiosity, I'm ready. If I got gotten hit by the sword, what would have happened?
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah, so I'm glad I fucking did that.
Yeah, so I've given, this session, Takia has earned a bottle cap, Kelsidon has earned a bottle cap. Because if those spores from where you guys are would have hit each one of you, and it is horrible what this fucking disease that he has is.
Yeah, so it was giving Last of Us, and I hated that, so...
It definitely was.
It absolutely gives Last of Us. Like, everything having to do with the Silva gives Faye and Last of Us, and there is no in-between.
Yes.
It's amazing.
But we are going to end session there tonight. However, before we disperse, I have the beginning of something to read. Kelsidon. Those memories I was talking about earlier. This is the start. We open on a long shot of a medieval city street. Businesses, apartments, and market stalls line it. The skyline is filled with larger and grander buildings, yet each is dwarfed by a cathedral-like palace near the center of the city. Heavy rain floods the dark street, and at the bottom of the screen, we see in gold letters, Arcadia, Old Quarter, 2:40 a.m., 15 years ago. Despite the hour and the weather, this street should be abuzz with life, as much of Arcadia still is. The city is awake and alive well into the night, yet this street remains eerily silent. As the words fade, the camera begins moving down the street. In that moment, a larger horse-drawn carriage turns onto the street in front of us, and we follow closely behind until it pulls off to the curb about halfway down the street. The camera stops behind the carriage, then turns towards the building. We move forward as the sound of the carriage door opening cuts through the rain. We hear muffled voices as 6 figures step out of the carriage. However, the camera continues to focus on the building. We continue moving past the carriage and toward a brick archway, sporting a wrought iron gate. Past this leads to an inner courtyard. Above the archway hangs a sign that reads, Madame Chanelot's Home for Wayward Children. A long walkway leads to a set of smooth stone steps leading up to a set of double doors. A well-manicured lawn sits on the right side, while a vegetable and herb garden resides on the left. The double doors are a light blue, and a single lantern burns in the windows framing the doorway. The orphanage itself looks like it could have been a mansion or an estate once, 3 stories tall with a vaulted roof. The complex looks and feels older than the surrounding buildings, like the city sprang up around it. More uniform buildings associated with modern Arcadia fill out the lots on either side of the orphanage. The camera continues moving up the walkway and zooms in for a close-up shot of the door. As we arrive at the doorway, we hear footsteps and voices growing louder once more before ceasing as an armored gauntlet starts banging on the door. A voice off-screen speaks up and says, "Shh, you're going to wake the children. Have some patience. She knows we're here." Another voice, or a different voice responds, "They're going to be awake soon enough, anyways." A third voice, "Quiet, you two. She's here." And as the voices quiet down once more, the door opens to reveal a beautiful young human woman. She has wavy auburn hair that reaches down to her shoulders, wears a long green cloak, and appears to be blind. She says, "Welcome. It's good to see you all again. Please come in and get dry. We don't have long to talk." It's fine. It's then that the camera orbits around the woman, and from her direction, we see the 6 figures finally come into the light. Standing perfectly in shot from right to left is Jupiter the Witch, 3rd Knight Commander Grayson Smith, Princess Eurydice Mira, 1st Knight Commander Colin, Lady Rima 8th of the 9, and stood on the far left is a tall Goliath woman. We, the audience, recognize her as a living, breathing Lady Cassandra of House Carlisle. They each sport cloaks of their own and appear armed for combat. And that's where we're leaving off. We will pick up next session when I have finished writing this, and you guys are fucking playing it! Yes! I have written out an entire thing. It revolves around Aryameen and this fucking orphanage, and you guys are playing it as your level 20s. You're gonna be level 15 then. So I need to go back and edit, or I need to go edit character sheets to get you all level 15 character sheets. But that's what we're doing next session. For at least the first like quarter or so. I think I'll have it go on as long as one of these flashbacks typically does. That way we don't have Soph just sitting out an entire session.
Yeah.
Plus, I'll have since she missed this session, I'll have shit for her too, or for them too.
Nice. I'm so excited.
So excited! I'm my boy.
Say again.
Me too.
Probably. So let's look.
No, wait, no.
Yeah, it is.
23rd.
It's the 23rd. We could, if you guys are cool with it, we could do session on the 23rd. It's the day before Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I'm fine. Christmas Eve.
I'm fine with that.
All right. I'll see y'all on the 23rd then.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Love y'all.
Huh?
Night.
Night. Love you guys.
Good night.
Night, y'all.
Good morning, Kat.
Good morning.
It's good morning, guys.
So,
Say
Good
again.
afternoon, then.
Good afternoon.
good for you.
All right. Good night.
Bye.